Hello everybody, today we're talking to Adrian, a former employee of both R.G. Mitchell and Jolly Roger. Adrian worked in the kiddie ride industry for almost 30 years, only leaving Jolly Roger in 2017. So Adrian, would you like to tell us a little bit about your role in the manufacturing process?
Hello there. I used to make the kiddie rides at Mitchell's, and I used to refurb them as well.
So how did you get into making kiddie rides?
I've always been in the engineering industry. I used to make mobility scooters. I used to repair lawnmowers, and also I used to repair drills and various electrical equipment on the sites as well. So I've got a lot of experience in the electrical industry.
So it's interesting how you progressed into kiddie rides. And what's your earliest memory of making rides?
My first ride was a jelly giraffe. My first day, there's two jelly giraffes on the bench, and I was put with this chap, and he showed me what to do from start to finish. That's my first ride, was the good old giraffe.
The first ride I remember riding is Jerry the Giraffe, so maybe you made the very one.
You never know.
Which ride do you think was produced in the highest and lowest numbers during your years at R.G. Mitchell?
I think when I was there, we used to make a lot of Porsches and made a lot of the RGM Expresses. Obviously, lower the rides, maybe the odd tractors, things like that. The odd small cars as well. They make many small cars as well. So
No, the beach buggy. And
beach buggies in low numbers. That's right. Yeah.
So we've got a few questions from our viewers.
Okay.
Including some quite strange ones.
Okay.
and also some probably things you might expect people to ask. That what was your favourite ride?
My favourite ride was the space shuttle. I think it looked good. It took a long time to make. It's quite not hard to make. It's quite a heavy ride to make, but it's the space shuttle. I think it's like a lot of those to America. So I've never ever seen one yet actually in this country. So hopefully one day I'll see one in America actually working.
This is a rather unusual question that always gets asked by our viewers. What is your favourite coin mechanism?
My favourite coin mech is probably a Mars mech, electronic mech, but if not, mechanical mech, be the Whittaker mech. There you go.
Okay. I'm sure they'll love to hear
Okay,
that. Right. What was the most difficult ride to assemble?
Difficult ride was the early tractors. It had a lot of bits and pieces to it, I remember rightly. Lots of them filing down and cutting this off fiberglass and cutting. It wasn't a really easy ride to make, but it's a bit overcomplicated, I think.
Very nice rides though, like all of Mitchell's rides. So I know you weren't part of the design process yourself, but do you know anything about that side of the business? Who designs the rides and decides which characters will be successful?
It was mainly, I think the managers mainly sort of looked up actually what's on like TV at the time or films, sort of popular sort of things like Engie Benji, those sort of things, Poster and Pat. They would sort of design a ride around that, and they go to the manufacturers and they make a dummy ride first of all and go from there.
And that's probably what made R.G. Mitchell rides so successful.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So are there several stages of prototypes before the company gets the go-ahead from the copyright holders?
Usually, I think I did a drawing first of all. Then what used to happen, they used to make one ride. Then the people who actually want the ride made, like the copyright people, could come down and like Budgie the helicopter. That was made as a helicopter. And I think someone come down and made sure it was exactly the same as the pictures in the book. They used to be exactly the same. Yeah.
So can you clear something up for us? This is a very important thing amongst our YouTube subscribers. There's a widespread rumour that the Mitchell family were the voices behind the announcements on the rides, but I've heard this is not the case.
No, it's definitely not the case.
Any idea who did voice the rides?
I do. It's a woman called Jeanette, and she works in the office. It was her ride that says, "Please push the start button." Because I think she had quite a nice voice. We used her voice.
Please
on the
push
chip.
the start button.
That's it. Yeah.
Best impersonation I can do.
That's really good. Where's the button to push?
And obviously the guy's voice wasn't Robin Mitchell.
No,
either, was it? It was someone out in the office, probably, or somebody there, though. Member of staff, but not the Mitchell family. Yeah. So moving on to your work for Jolly Roger, did you work mainly on refurbishing Mitchell rides during that time, or did you also build Jolly Roger rides?
I mainly refurbished Mitchell rides. I think when Jolly Roger took over, I think I was the only person actually making the old Mitchell's rides at that stage. I used to refurb Mitchell's and do a few Jolly Roger rides as well, but I was the only person actually making the Mitchell's rides.
Yeah. But you did used to clean out candy vans, and
I did use coffee.
you did work on Jolly. Don't sell yourself short.
I don't do candy vans. Yeah, yeah. Because I was
He was telling us earlier when we saw a candy van. So
yeah, not a nice thing to clean. They're a bit sticky inside.
do you have any funny or interesting stories and anecdotes about your time working for the two companies?
I do. I remember once I was looking at the Thomas tank on the bench, and I was on the bench, and I was on the bench, and I sort of moved backwards, and the whole thing fell off the bench and be inside it. I ended up upside down inside the giant Thomas tank ride. It's quite funny at the time, but it only damaged the bumpers at the back. So bumpers rather at the back. So luckily it didn't damage the ride, but I was a bit shaken up. I was okay. I survived.
And they managed to salvage some of the ride.
They did. I remember I had to refill the actual buffer at the back because I broke it. But yeah, won't do that again in a hurry.
Do you have any advice for people who want to work in the kiddie ride industry?
Yeah, if you want to, if you've got a bit of a background in, if you enjoy making things, whether it's fiberglassing or electrical or mechanical, it's always a good thing to go into. So if you're that way inclined, you like making stuff and repairing stuff, that's the sort of thing you should do.
So things to be to get into an engineering course.
Yeah, engineering, electrical.
Teenagers who are interested in that, you know.
Yeah, if you like fiberglassing as well, manufacture fiberglass mould is always a thing.
So do you ever miss working in the ride industry?
Not really, no, because actually my current job, I still have to go back to repairing a few children's rides. Funny, the rides I'm repairing now, the rides I actually probably made years and years ago, so it's quite nice to just keep in touch with the rides and just keep them going really for future years, future children to use.
And enjoy a trip down memory lane at the same time.
Exactly, yes, it brings it all back.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Adrian. I'm sure we'll be speaking to you again soon. And thank you everyone for listening.
Many thanks. Hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you.